Hi Carlota. So we had a little look at your essay the other day, and I just want to give you a little bit more help on this so you can just watch this slowly and see where we're going here. So in many countries, traditional foods are being replaced by fast foods. This has a negative impact on families. To what extent do you agree or disagree? So nowadays, traditional food and menus are being replaced by fast food, especially now due to coronavirus and the new restrictions and rules in countries where restaurants are closed. Absolutely fantastic start. You can find only delivery. Okay, rather than you, because we don't want you in this essay, it's too informal. Restaurants are closed and but it is possible to find. Now, instead of you can find, it is possible to find. Deliver, yes. Okay, good, really nice. So we need a little bit more on this. Okay, this new trend is causing damage to restaurants and to families. Okay, then you can have this essay. We'll discuss these key issues using examples. Okay, so don't forget to have this last little bit in this introduction, so to fully introduce where you're going. So on the one hand, you said I'm a person, so we're not going to talk about you, not till you get to the conclusion. Okay? On the one hand, we said people, consumers, customers, workers, who, so always who with people, like going to restaurants and eating food. So people who like doing this, we should be putting something like and eating traditional food of good quality. So people who like going to restaurants and eating traditional food of good quality, okay, also benefit from being healthier, okay, being healthier because of the nutritional value of home cooked food, and also benefit from sharing you could say the happiness of eating together. This is the whole thing, and sharing time together. Okay, I want to get this idea of the benefits of not just the home food, but actually eating it together and enjoying it together. Okay, so I'd like to put that there. Now this, for me, is too much about you. Okay? Yeah? So remember we had this problem when you did the other essay about pollution, and you talked about when you went to Madrid and it just wasn't very nice, the air quality there. This essay can't be about you. It has to be much more academic, much more distant. So it's society in general. Yeah, it's not really about you, this one. So you put, I don't go to restaurants in Milton Abbey, it's not great. Yeah, absolutely. But do you see how we're going into here? People like eating together. Now, what I've done is I've included a sample from a very high level essay. This is not written by one of the Milton Abbey people. This is written by another student of mine. This is a high level thing. But what they're talking about here is, have a look at this. As fast food has become more accessible, the family tradition of having dinner together has vanished because people are eating separately. So you can see the style of writing here which works. Yeah. So here you want to say, absolutely, it's important to eat together. Okay. So yes, we're saying that. On your second paragraph, on the other hand, you don't like fast food, but absolutely, it's quick. Okay. So cut out that, but we'll say, although, which is excellent, although fast food is not Okay, always healthy and nutritious. Yeah, so don't worry about what you like every day. It's sometimes quicker and easier. Absolutely. I agree, fast food is popular in many countries. Okay, now, save this bit about what you disagree. Save that bit till your conclusion. Okay, so I'll wait on that bit, bring it down a bit lower into your conclusion. I'll just put it there for the minute, but let's bring it down into your conclusion a bit later. Oh, hang on. Hang on. I'll put it back there for the moment, but we're going to bring that back. So, yes, it's replacing food, exactly, home cooking, exactly, and in preparing home food together, the family also spends quality time together, and recipes are passed from generation to generation. Lovely. So you can add on something like that as well. The benefits of eating together and preparing food together. So that would be nice in that second paragraph. Okay. In my opinion, yes, rising, getting very popular, but traditional dishes don't go away, but you would say still have a place or are still very important. Home cooking, finding new menus, exactly. Yeah. So you've got to, and you've got some really good ideas here, but I think the problem is that you need to really plan this carefully. So when you're doing your planning at the beginning, so I would, like we were starting to do here, yeah, what are the good bits about fast food? Okay, yes, it's easy and convenient, but what are the bad bits? What are the problems? You're not eating with the family, you're losing traditional things, and you're losing that sort of friendliness within families maybe. So I'd have one paragraph about that and another paragraph about this. So I think this is just more like to do with planning it carefully before you start writing. So have a careful look at this. Yes, it's high level, but it does answer the question really, really well. Okay, good start there. Now, remember what we were practicing here when you did my little map game. Do you remember you did the little map game and we moved the question, the houses have been converted into flats. The hospital has been modernised. We're looking at that kind of language in here. So rather than you can see, so we don't want that. We want, our first sentence saying, this map, diagram or map, shows changes in the university campus, over a 5-year period. Okay, overall, the space or whatever has been transformed to make more accessible for pedestrians. As well as being modernised or something like that. So you can see they've taken away the car park and they put in paths here instead. Okay, the library. So let's get this line in here that we did the other day. The library's been extended, and an IT suite is now in the same building. 3 separate houses in green. Well, they're not just houses in green. What were they? Science buildings. Okay, 3 science buildings are now all together. Okay, but to show off the grammar we know how to use, have been incorporated all together in one building. Okay, really nice, which is easier for students. Yeah, absolutely. Instead of 2 car parks, it has been. But start at the front. So 2 car parks have been changed into a bus station. Yeah? And so let's connect this. And in 2016, they also added, so change it round. I don't care who they is really, a cafe and have been added. Okay, built, constructed. So always using this structure, this passive, have been. Okay. The road is now a footpath in the admin building. That's okay. And the admin building stayed the same. I don't think it actually moved. I think it's just on the picture. It looks like it. I don't think they just moved the building. Footpath has 3 directions. Okay. Now you're absolutely right, but we can't put in personal comment. So we just need more sentences about what changes have been made. Okay, so go round, like almost like in a circle, talk about the geography. So you've talked about the science block, you've talked about the lecture theatre and the cafe, you talked about the footpaths. So just make these sentences a little bit longer. Okay, we're showing the passives, which is this has been added, and we're showing the vocabulary of the buildings, so the buildings of change. Okay, go through this really carefully. You're doing well, but we need to just make sure we're absolutely happy about the organisation here. Okay, it's not about you in this essay. Okay, all right, Carlota, well done.